Good morning to one and all. So in this session, we are going to discuss about how to create virtual machine user in Linux server. For that, what are the steps we have to follow? How we have to create the virtual machine user means, as a developer, they're not using normal username and password for the virtual machine. The developer has to use the different username. For that, how we have to create the Linux virtual machine username. First step is we had to create the resource group. You create a resource group. Next, we had to create the virtual machine. Linux virtual machine we had to create. For that, I open my Azure account, enter your mail ID and the password. Sign in. Okay. So already I create the resource group US102. Under this resource group, I am launching the virtual machine, Linux virtual machine. For that, I click on virtual machine, click on create option, choose Azure virtual machine. Subscription is pay as you go. Resource group, I create the resource group US102. That one I am selecting. Under this resource group, I am launching the virtual machine. Click on this. Virtual machine name I am given as Linux server. Scroll down. Region Central India. Availability zone, zone 1. Image operating system. Ubuntu I am chosen. Architecture 64. Size B1S. It's providing 1 CPU, 1 GB memory is providing. Scroll down. Authentication type SSH I am chosen. Default username for the virtual machine Linux is Azure user. Okay. Key pair name it is providing. Scroll down. Here you launch and connect the Linux server. So the port is SSH, port number is 22. Click on review plus create. Click on create. Click on download private key. Private key is downloaded in my downloads option. Okay, wait for a few minutes. It's in progress. See that in the notification, it is an under progress, deployment in progress. Wait for a few minutes. .pem file format is downloaded in my downloads. See that Linux server key 1129. It's downloading the PEM file format. Okay, deployment is successful. Now go to the home page, click on virtual machine. Virtual machine is created with the name Linux server. Click on this, copy the virtual machine public IPv4, paste it here. Now you connect that virtual machine. You download the PEM file format. To connect using Putty software, you need .ppk file format. For that, we have to use PuttyGen software. I open the PuttyGen software. Click on that. Click on load option. Go to the downloads. Here we have to choose all files. You choose the PEM file format is Linux server key. Click on open. Click on OK. Click on save. Click on yes. Here I am given the name is Linux server key 1129. Same name I am given. Extension is .ppk. Click on save. You have to close. Now you connect the Linux server using Putty software. For that I am using the Putty. Click on that. Here you need to paste the public IPv4, host name or the public IPv4. So the public IPv4, I paste it here. Now in left side, under SSH, under authentication, credentials is there. You had to browse the private key file for authentication. Linux server key 1129, we had to choose it. Click on open. Click on open. Click on accept. Just wait, I'll change the appearance. Change settings, appearance, change, size I am chosen as 24. Click on OK, click on apply. Now it is changing the size. See that? Now you log in as Azure user. Now it is connected. Okay. Now the developer, they are not using the default username. Developer has to use their usernames. For that, how we had to add the new user in the virtual machine, Linux virtual machine. For that, we had to use the syntax is to add new user. Use the syntax is sudo user add hyphen minus m username we had to enter. Now, I am given the username is my name I am given. Okay. I copy this and paste it here. Okay. Click on enter. Now you set the sudo password. How we had to set the sudo password is we had to set sudo password. To set the sudo password, we had to use the command sudo password username we had to enter. Okay. So the username is I am given as this is the username I am given. I copy this to set sudo password and paste it here. Now it is asking the password. New password it is asking. I entered the new password. Click on enter. Again, we have to retype the password. Whatever you are given the password for confirmation. Click on enter. See, password is updated successfully. Okay. Now, the next, we have to modify user login. How we had to modify user login is we had to modify user login. We can modify the user login by using the command sudo user mod hyphen a c sudo username. Here, as per this syntax, I modify the user login. That is here, the username is, this is the username I am given. Now, I copy this, click on here, paste it here. Now, modify the user login. Now we switch to the user. How we had to switch to the user? Here, what is the user name here? Here, the user is Azure. Now I switch to the user. That is the my username. That is user is Sheshadri. I want to switch to the user. How we had to switch to the user in the Linux? That is we switch to the user. We can use the command is sudo su. The username we had to type it. That is the username is my name. Okay. That is this one. Now I switch to the user, type it here, click on enter. That is in earlier, we'll see that The user is Azure user. Now it is switched to the user Sheshadri, right? So we can switch to the user with this command. Next, we had to create the directory, that is the SSH directory. You don't choose other directories. We can create we can create this directory. How we can create the directories? Sudo mkdir mkdir. This one we have to type it. Sudo mkdir, this command. Okay. Now, as this we can type it. We can type it here. Click on enter. Now we have to enter sudo password. What you are entered. That's I entered the password. Okay. Click on enter. Now we have to change the permission. We can change the permission, then only it is working. That's why I can change the permissions. That is a sudo ch mode. This one I can change the permission. I can change the permission. Okay. I copy this and paste it here. Click on enter. After that, we had to change the permission. Already I changed the permission with this one. Now we can create authorized key file for the user, this one. For the user Sheshadri, I can create authorized key file. How we had to create authorized key file is by using this syntax, we can create authorized key file. This one. To create authorized key file, we have to use this syntax. Okay. Now the same command, I paste it here. That is to create authorized user. Okay. Click on enter. Now we have to change the permissions. Again, you need to change the permissions. Not using the same permissions, 077, you are not given. I can change the permissions by using ch mode. I can change this permission. Okay. The same thing, I can change the permission for authorized keys. Type it here. Click on enter. Now we have to change the owner. How we have to change the owner is with this command, we can change the owner. That is sudo ch owner -r username : username. This syntax we have to follow. The username is my name. I have to enter. This is the username. That is, we can change the owner. Click on this. Click on enter. After that, we have to open the file using the nano. This one we have to use it to open the file. Okay. Now the editor is open. Now we have to generate authorized key code. How you can generate the authorized key code is we have to use the PuttyZen software. Click on that. Now we have to choose the load option. Here in downloads, you can choose all files. PEM file, we can select it. Click on open. Click on OK. Now this time, don't give the save private key option. Here at the top, we will see that. Here, authorized key file is there. Okay. This one, we have to copy entire one. If it is missing, then it is showing an error message. From beginning to ending, we have to copy this. Okay. And paste it in the editor. Right click on it. Now we can save this with the command Ctrl+X. Now we can save. We have to type as yes and then press enter. Okay. Now try to log in with new user using the key pair. Now I have to close this one. I'll exit. I'll exit. Now with the same key pair, I have to log in the user, new user using the putty software. Click on that. So I copy the public IPv4. Okay. In the left side, under SSH, under authentication, choose the credential, browse private key file for authentication. Now we have to choose the Linux server key, this one. Click on open. Click on open. Now login as. Just wait, I'll change the settings for appearance. 24 I am given. Apply. Login as my name I am given. That is, as a developer, the username I am given. Click on enter. So I am using the same key pair. Now see that what is the username? My name is there. The administrator has to connect the putty server. Then they are using the putty, the password IPv4 they are entered. This is the public IPv4 of this one. Connect it. In left side under SSH, under authentication, credentials, browse the key, this key, click on open, click on open. Now I change the appearance. I change the appearance. 24 I am given. Okay, apply. Now see that I am logging as Azure user, the administrator. So now here we'll see that what is the username? Azure user. Here, what is the username? That is developer username is there. So those are the steps we had to follow how to add virtual machine user, right? Those are the steps we had to follow. Okay, thank you.